What's going on, guys? Back at you again, and we are going to break down this week one game between Baltimore and the Chiefs. Right off the bat, if you're on Patreon, you made a killing. We saw the money was all on Baltimore. Everyone was picking them to cover, so we knew this was an easy one. We knew the Chiefs were going to cover. I know on YouTube I said Baltimore would win the game outright, but really, I wouldn't go by what I say on YouTube. I'm just doing that for fun. The real picks are on Patreon, where we go on the Vegas websites and we see where all the money's been pulled to or perceived to be, and we make a pick based on that and the news and everything else. So we saw the money was all on Baltimore. I think it was 75% of the money was on them to cover, so we knew right away the Chiefs would cover that spread. And I also picked on YouTube before I did Patreon. That's what I should not do anymore, but that kind of contradicts each other. But I'm going to try to do better with that, but sometimes I just can't. But if you're on Patreon, we knew right away. We actually break down every game. We look at the money for every game. I think we're going to have a very good week on Patreon with covers. We're 1-for-1 now. Wins, losses, we were wrong on the win-loss, but I don't care about that. I care about you making money. So if you followed that pick, you made money on the Chiefs. But let's go through this game. If it lets us. There we go. So this is what, early in the game? Oh yeah, and before, I want to say this too. So they started flagging Baltimore with the tackles lining too far back or whatever, the new rule they made or whatever. That right there, guys, is going to decide a lot of football games in this season. I promise you. And probably the Super Bowl. I guarantee you there's going to be a big play on the offense. Touchdown. Oh, bring it back. The tackle wasn't lined up properly. They're going to use that all the time to bring back plays whenever they weren't supposed to score. You're going to see it, guys. You heard it here first. They're going to do that all the time. They did it 3 times to show it to us. And they're going to keep doing it more and more. It's going to happen more and more. And look at what happens here. Defensive end flies upfield against Lamar Jackson. Why would you ever do that? Because he is not doing his job. Now, who had running back responsibility? Let's see. Well, it was a blitz, so the running back is the unaccounted man. But this corner should have came down earlier. He should have seen that. He's taking forever to read it. Now this slow linebacker is chasing. It's going to be too late. That's what happens. All right, next play. False start. No pressure at all. Guy crashed like there was no tomorrow the play before, but now he doesn't even move. All right, so how does this guy even get open? Free release, as usual. Now we can't see what happens. Probably a guy getting a hot dog. Who knows? So now this guy looks like they were in man. And this guy, because you got the corner running across the field. So I don't know. He just got torched. We can't really see what happened, but we do know he was released without any pressure, so that's never a good thing. Now this is a Derrick Henry run, obviously. No pad low levels, no levels, or excuse me, none of their pads are low, but they did a QB keep. Where's the end at? Defensive end crashes inside. Right there he is, guys. He doesn't contain the edge. This guy should have been coming out here and waiting for Lamar and make the tackle, or at least force him back inside, but instead he's chasing. And I believe that's Chris Jones. Chris Jones, if this is number 94, Chris Jones should know better than that. Yeah, that's Chris Jones. So you're telling me Chris Jones doesn't know that he's supposed to have outside contain as a defensive end? Sure, guys. I think he's the highest paid D lineman in NFL history, but he doesn't know that. Okay, sure. So let's see what this end does. He's already beat by alignment. He crashes in and already got helped the down block. So the end is not there. No edge, no chance. And that's what happens when your defensive end goes inside like this. This guy should have went outside. You got to fight outside, fight outside, fight outside. Nope. He goes inside, helps the tight end block him inside. Now there's nothing he can do. The tight end just has to block down and sit there. You know, they're just trying to get yards. It's first down. Any yards is good here. And they did their job. Oh, this is the touchdown. So let's see the right side of the line. No, see, guys, look at the defensive end. The quarterback hikes the ball. He doesn't get off the ball. Watch. Hike. He doesn't move. He waits for them to engage. And people are wondering why he ran the ball in so easily. Think about this, guys. Say this is the end and this is the tackle. The ball gets hiked. This guy sits here. Now the tackle comes at him with force, and then he goes afterwards. Who's going to win? The guy that came first, right? Because he has all the momentum. So in football, you're supposed to attack each other, and whoever gets lower and has the most momentum is the guy that's going to get by. So if you're going to just sit there and wait for a contact, you're going to lose every time, guys. But the average fan ain't going to peep that out. The average fan is not going to see that, but that's what I'm here for, I guess. Now I see why God sent me. He sent me to show you guys the subtleties the NFL doesn't want you to see. And the government and other things, you know. Let's see here. Now let's see some of this Chiefs offense. Is this the reverse? Nope. Alright, look at the D-line, guys. Look how far back they get driven back. No one's low. Everyone's pad levels are high. It's insane. RPO, slant, just laid on that. He actually made the wrong read. He should have thrown to number 1. Throw to number 1. He gets way more yards. But whatever. I know RPOs are hard to like really read because you're looking at the running back and then you got to quickly look for a target. So it's easier said than done. But the other guy was more open. Look at these defensive ends. What are they doing? They're just lollygagging. What kind of a rush is this, guys? Look at this fat ass. 53. What the hell was that? He's just pretending like he's rushing. Look at this. Why would you spin in front of him like that? Like, what? They were just pretending to rush. Now they just let this guy run loose. Free release him. Jump on his back. Go for a ride. Go for that little rodeo ride, little boy. Tell me how it tasted. Oh, this is the reverse. All right, so where's my end? All you dumbasses that are like, oh, there was no one standing around. They were trying to stop them. Oh, they were? So why? So why is my defensive end, first of all, standing up, not even a set position? The defensive end is not even set. And this is Kyle Van Noy, I think. A Super Bowl champion, a guy that's played for Bill Belichick, so he knows defense. Dude's not even set. And he's supposed to be setting the edge. He's supposed to be containing whatever comes outside. Instead, he's not set. He goes inside, gets blown off the ball, right? Let's see him. Yeah, first step is inside. Now this guy seals him off. This is easy. Look at your end. Your defensive end is there. No edge, no chance. Look at him. Tries to reach at him, like half-ass reaches at him. He's like, I can't get him. He's like, I can't reach him. Well, you can't reach him because you're not trying to reach him. And you didn't even do what you're taught to do from 5 years old onward. You just did your own thing. You didn't contain the edge there. What the hell is this? This ain't no contain. This is let me go inside and let the tackle block me and pancake me on purpose. When you easily could have beat this fat ass to the outside, waited here and at least forced this guy in towards your teammates instead of letting him get the edge like this and having cornerbacks that don't want to tackle come at him. That's all that happened here. So he made it harder for his team because he's not doing his job. That's a fake pancake. He let it happen, and now he's pretending to run. He could have made the tackle there. Didn't want to. Look at that guy. That guy right there didn't dive until he scores. It's funny how this guy right here falls after he gets in the end zone when he literally could have tackled him at like the 10-yard line. Or what is it? The 10-yard line maybe? That guy could have got him. This guy could have got him. That guy's jogging. And let's see who else is jogging. These guys are just, I don't even know what. Roquan's pretending to get blocked. He's like, Anybody that's on the NFL's balls is going to say, oh, such great blocking. You don't know what you're talking about. Anyone that knows football is going to know the defensive end allowed it. And then the rest of the defense just lollygagged. You know, it just looked like a bunch of high schoolers going against that one, Division I star on the field. And that's just better than everyone else. That's what it looked like on this play. Look at like he even touched him. And then this guy, terrible effort, guys. And then Roquan, what was that? What was Roquan Smith doing? Oh my God, Roquan is getting babied out there, boys. I can't look at that play again. All right, now, play action. Look at the ends. No ends. You'll notice at all, no ends. But Baltimore started leaving their tight ends to chip block because they were having trouble, I guess, containing the edge. But really, guys were just crashing inside. But Isaiah Likely was balling. The brother just gets open. This is on a safety. That's Reed right there. Reed is one of their better players. He completely just beat him on that route. Isaiah Likely is going to be a problem in this league if he stays healthy. Especially the type of NFL league it is. It's a pass-first league, protecting the quarterbacks, all offense. This league was made for a guy like him. A guy like Isaiah Likely could have never played, though, in the 90s and, the earlier days. But today, this NFL, from what, 2000, we'll say 13 on, yeah, he could play in this league all day. But before then, it was a different league. It was more defensive driven. You actually were able to hit people. You actually impose your will on. You're able to impose your will on people. You can't do that as much. It's all predetermined, much more. What was this? Oh yeah, this was the tackle that I talked about. A millionaire just falling on his face. Don't tell me that this was a tackle attempt. If you're saying that is a tackle attempt, you're a freaking moron. You would run at him, make contact, and wrap up. That's what you would do. Even if you missed at the point of attack, it would be you missing, grabbing him, not falling on your face. So this was all for show. What was that? That dude ought to be ashamed of himself, dude. If that was my guy on my team, he'd be off the team tackling like that. Alright. So number 4, free release, reverse zig route on a linebacker. That's all day long. You can't put a linebacker on a slot guy, even if it's Roquan Smith. Any one move is gonna get him because he's not as quick on his feet. This guy looked like he was offsides. Let's see it again. No, he snapped it. He snapped the ball. I saw it, but he doesn't get there anyway. But the other guy does. It looked like Mahomes. First of all, look at the left tackle. He turns his shoulder immediately. He started off well, and then boom, turns his shoulder. He loses. Right when you turn your shoulder, it's over. And the guy that he turns his shoulder on gets him. But at the same time, Mahomes didn't help himself either. Mahomes, right now, step up in the pocket. He should have stepped up in between those two guys. So that tells me he was trying to get sacked there. It was probably a parlay or something. Play action. And they get there. But let's see how, though. They bring 5 people, 5 on 5. A guy falls, but it's backside, guys. Backside gets there. See here? Right there. Dude couldn't block him. Right here, the guard, it looks like, just lets him right by. He just walk on by. He just walks. He walks on by. All right, so, that's just terrible, guys. He fumbles the ball. You know this was on cue. Lamar just fumbling the ball in his own zone on the 13, 14-yard line. Touchdown right afterward. Oh, he dropped it. Yeah, I forgot about that. I didn't see this play. But either way, no rush. That guy didn't put his hands up. He went low. Watch this, guys. Look at how subtle this is. But only a guy like me would notice this. Number 95, it looks like. If he's really, truly, wholeheartedly trying to stop this pass, his hands would be in the air, making Mahomes have to throw over his hands. But what you're going to notice, he's going to dip his head down and almost stay low enough so Mahomes could throw over his head. You're going to notice. Pay attention, guys. If you really pay attention, you're going to see him dip his head down. Wait for it. Right here. He hesitated too and then dips his head right there. Tell me you didn't see him dip his head down as Mahomes was throwing it. As if he didn't want to affect the throw. I know the guy dropped it, but guys, man, that's insane. I think Schuster was supposed to catch that. He just couldn't hold on to it. Because he's supposed to catch that. He was in front of the guy. But either way, they get the field goal. Maybe. I don't know if that was manipulated. It looked like a good kick. It was an easy one anyway. Look at this. No rush. Look at this, guys. Why would you ever rush past Lamar Jackson? Look at them. All 3 of them ran by. Why? Because they were told to do that this play. Build some suspense. Let him run around a little bit. People want to see this. And this right here is stupid, Lamar. Why would you lower your shoulder? You are a $200 million quarterback. They are relying on your shoulders, and you're lowering your shoulder. What happens? You dislocate your shoulder, and now you're out for the year. Then what? And that's why people are scared to pay these Russian quarterbacks or these black quarterbacks that run around, because they're a liability. They put themselves in harm's way. Like, just get out of bounds. You hitting him for that extra yard, just wear and tear on your body for nothing. That could cause you problems later that you don't know about. All the adrenaline during the game, you're not going to feel it, but it's probably going to affect you later hitting someone like that. Quarterbacks aren't supposed to be lowering their shoulder like that. Just get down, get out of bounds. Live for the next play. If it's not going to be a touchdown, kill the play. And this is just, guys are just not really trying to get him at all. They're just trying to make Mahomes look so good. See, this guy goes right at him instead of containing and making him go back towards the guy and falls on his face. It's just so stupid. And obviously, Kelsey's going to catch that. There was just too much time to cover. And they're going to obviously show Taylor Swift every catch. So, I think the Chiefs are going to three-peat, guys. There's no way that Taylor Swift is going to be on the scene for another season to lose. So, I'm seeing... Like, I think she joined the whole bandwagon and dated Kelsey because she already knows that they're going to be champions for the next few years. So she's like, I'm going to attach myself to a championship player. You know, I can't get the quarterback because he's married, so let's get the next best player, Kelsey. You know, so it works out. Why would Taylor Swift want to be attached to a team that's not going to win the Super Bowl? She's an entitled white woman in America who gets everything handed to her. She's going to go to a team that's a winner. So I can completely see the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl again. They're going to take some bad losses, though, this year. It's going to make everyone talk and be like, oh, this team's not the same, or yeah, blah, 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 blah. But none of that matters, guys. The playoffs. That's all that matters. If this team makes it to the playoffs, you better bet on Mahomes to win a third time. But after that, then I don't know what they're going to do. But I think they're trying to let him get the three-peat. Because we're trying to hear the conversation about the next GOAT, you know, because once there's a GOAT, it's like, all right, now what? But we want to keep that conversation going. It happened with LeBron. It happened with Kobe. You know what I mean? It's awesome. Ball on the ground on the snap. Defensive ends not really rushing. Crossing route. Dude is 5 yards off of him. Look at 21. Look how far off 21 is. They're in a bunch formation. 21 is off him by 5 yards trying to run and cover him. How? There's no way. That's an automatic, easy first down. And that's the rookie. And it's funny how they're able to catch him there. But all those other two players, oh, he's just so fast, we can't catch up to him. Shut up. Like, just please shut up. All right, we're going to start moving along. We're going to start looking at these touchdowns. That looked like a false start, but what do I know? I'm just a guy. Lets him right through, guys. Holds him for a second and lets him right through. Should have been picked off. So this is a field goal. KC should have really busted this team's butt. Whoa, look at how big this hole got. Defensive end is not fighting to get inside. That's what it is. And the D tackle. It's always those two. Look at him. What's he doing? Hands to the face. They didn't call that. Play action again. Now it looks like they're trying to... Wow. There's no way. Chris Jones pretended that he couldn't get him. He could have got him there if he wanted to. Come on, guys. We're going to act like Chris Jones couldn't catch him there. Stop it. If you told Chris Jones, if you don't make this tackle, you're a dead man, you're going to be put in the dirt, I guarantee you he makes that tackle. Like, they pick and choose, guys. They get paid too much money. They get told what to do. And this is the formula of that. Right in the dirt. Alright, Tucker. Well, we know Tucker is automatic. With some help of the league, obviously. But, yeah, that ball disappeared, guys. Oh, he missed. I'm going to say that's the league, though. Because this guy, there's no wind. And it swayed away like there was wind. And this kick ended up killing them, guys. Because, well, no, not really. Because they would have needed a touchdown anyway. They would have been down 4. But it puts less pressure on you. You go for the win instead of the tie. If these teams were to see twice a year, the Ravens would win the next time. But we'll probably see these two teams in the AFC Championship game, unless it's the Chiefs and the Texans. You know what I mean? But I see the Chiefs being there again. They're just better than they were last year. They got their deep threat, something they were missing. And that, you know what I mean? They got Juju Smith back, so they got their pieces that they were missing back. This team, if you were going to beat them, it was supposed to be last year. The Niners were supposed to get it done, but they couldn't. The league told them, nope. Like E40, nope. This is a pick. This is just Mahomes throwing this one for grabs. Like, come on, guys. There was probably a parlay where Mahomes won't throw a pick. This is not a Mahomes-like throw. He literally threw this to the defense on purpose, guys. Like, this is just unbelievable. Literally right at him. Like, so don't tell me that wasn't on purpose. And I have no dog in this fight. I just call it how I see it. I'm not a fan of any team. The way I see it is the way I call it. You don't have to agree with it, but I'll take my expertise over anybody's any day of the week. And this was just the D-line spreading out and letting them run up the middle. He saw this the entire way, and so did they. Look at them running by the fastest QB in the league. Like, what are they doing? And Lamar could have really taken off there if he wanted to. You could tell he's kind of holding back. Almost like we haven't seen Lamar really open it up and play freely like he was able to win the game yet. Because he hasn't been able to. The moment that they allow him to beat this team and they say, Lamar, it's your turn, you're going to finally see him go crazy and do things that he should have been doing all along. But right now you can see he's holding back. He's not sprinting and really taking off on times where you can break it for a touchdown. He's just letting them get them, getting the yards he needs, getting first downs. He's just playing, you know. He's getting through it. You can tell that he was told not to completely win the game. That throw to Zay at the end of the game where he completely missed him and he's wide open, that's not like him. You could tell he did that on purpose. That was all to build adrenaline and to build the suspense for the viewing audience. I don't know how many times I got to tell you guys. All right, let's get right to the second half. Well, let's see what happens here. They're not rushing, and then he just, that's a bad ball right there. But they ended up getting a field goal. Now, if Tucker makes that other field goal, guess what? You got yourself a tie ball game going to the half, so that kills them. All right, so now free releases, all three of them free release. Both defensive ends run by, they double move, and that's what happens. Safety just flies in. What is going on here, though, guys? Why are these two linebackers right next to each other? Where is the spacing? Huh? This linebacker should be sinking back because pressure is sinking back behind him. So why aren't you sinking back? And then this guy would take Kelsey crossing in front of him. So really it's this guy's fault. He needs to sink back. Why is he moving forward? Like he moved up. Like what are you doing? Move back. You just completely let Mahomes manipulate you. In quotations, and then the safety just takes a dive and almost takes one of his guys out. Number 5 does a swim in the air move. I don't know what that was. I think he was gonna wipe out, but he's like, no, I'm on TV. I can't be doing that, brethren. Wide open again. It's just out of this world. Like, what is that, 96? You finally contain, but then you just do that? Like, I don't get that. And then now you got guys playing zone, but no defense. Just zone, no defense. Classic NFL zone, no defense. Was this tight end screen? Yep, to Noah Gray. They fit right into the blocks. They're not even fighting off the blocks. Oh my goodness. Pacheco is going to walk right on by. Walk. He walks on by. Easily. He's just one of those players that don't go down. They got him in the 7th round. I don't know how they got him in the 7th round. And I don't know how 6 teams Well, 7 teams passed on him 7 times. I don't know how that happens. He's literally a top 5 running back in the league right now. And he got passed on by the league 7 times by 7 teams. Even his own team passed him up 6 times that we know of, assuming they didn't have more picks. I'm just saying. It's baffling. I think he was supposed to miss that kick, guys. But the NFL was like, nope, nope, nope. Keep it right on by. Let it walk on by. All right. They leave the running back open. We've seen this story a few times. Let's get to the meat and the potatoes. We want the meat and the potatoes of this. Let's get to the meat and the potatoes. Oh, he dropped that, huh? So he tried to hit Zay deep, and Zay just drops it, guys. Where's the magnets when you need them? Mahomes is holding it, and finally hits his boy. First down. All right, I'm just trying to get to the meat and the potatoes because we already know this stuff is rigged. Look at this. Well, this was actually good coverage, but it's still a linebacker trying to cover a number 1 receiver. Like, that was great coverage, but that's going to happen every time. It's a mismatch. Like, what are we doing, Baltimore? Get your linebackers off the field in passing situations. That's how you know they weren't trying to win. Why are your linebackers on the field when they're in a dime set? Like, you have to match speed with speed. You can't have 4 linebackers on the field when they have 4 wide receivers. You need 4 DBs at least, or 5. What are we doing? How is it that I know that, but they don't? He was supposed to catch that, boys. All the time in the world. Wide open. I'm just trying to get to... All right, let's see what happens on this play. Let's see what the DNs do. Oh, doesn't rush, really. DN back there doesn't rush either. So they're both just not really rushing, and now they do, and then he goes right by them as they come through. He put the moves on them, but he really could have exploded. See, Lamar's not really trying to, like, run by anyone. He's just trying to like, juke and, make the shake and bake, but he's not really trying to score. It's like someone's holding him back or something. And that is caught. Nice play. Holy gosh. Holy gosh. Yeah, this boy is a player, guys. This is a broken play, guys. Let's watch this from the beginning. 56 contains, but then he goes inside. Like, why would you do that, 56? It's because he's allowing him to get outside. 56 was doing great. Should have stayed right there, and then he turns his shoulder and goes this way. Now that allows Lamar to roll out. Look at this. Defensive end is still out of the picture. Now runs up, but it's too late, and he doesn't really run at him. He let him throw that, guys. He pulled up, and then he completes the pass on Mr. Reed again, who cannot cover a soul. Actually, that wasn't Reed. That was a different guy. Look at this. Literally typical terrible piece of tackling. Look at this. This guy had a shot, could have pushed him. Why couldn't you push him, huh? Are you really telling me that a 5'8", 165-pound receiver is the reason why you were not able to push this guy out of bounds? Zay Flowers is tiny, and 35 could have pushed him there. This guy could have pushed him there, but instead he just runs by him and falls on his face. Like, I've never seen anything like that. Those aren't tackle attempts, guys. That was always going to be a touchdown. You can tell by the pass rush. Look at how, first of all, 56 was doing great, and then he goes back in. Stay there. Now he goes back inside. Like, why would you jump inside like that? Now he comes back out, but now it's too late. And then watch, he pulls up. But guess what? It's too late. Big body likely is likely to catch the ball, especially when you got a linebacker on him. Oh, yeah, that's Bolton. 32 is Bolton, a linebacker. You got a linebacker on this boy, he's going to make him look stupid. Now look at 35. Could have pushed him, doesn't. Number 6 could have pushed him, runs by, and falls on his face. Great. That's beautiful. That's textbook. All right. Is this the touchdown? No. I want to show that cover 2 touchdown to these fools. Telling me that it was a fucking man blitz. Excuse my French. Oh, this is the cover 2 blitz, isn't it? That they say was, or the man blitz. So let's see. Look at this corner. Let's see what this corner does. That's cover 2, guys. Look. That's cover 2. He tried to press him horribly. A horrible job of pressing. And when you're playing cover 2 as a corner, you never, ever want to let a receiver release outside of you. I'm saying in a natural cover 2, which this clearly is. Because what happens with that is if he releases outside of you, now the safety is not going to be able to get over the top of there. You're essentially jamming him to buy time for the safety to get over the top and to help the safety read the routes better. Because if you just let him release quickly, it just happens so fast the safety can't react. I don't care who you are. Ed Reed, I don't care. If you have a corner not doing his job like this guy did right here, allowing him outside like this, you're torched. Especially with a guy with an arm like this and speed like that, there's nothing you can do. And you're going to see the safety is just nowhere in the picture. The corner is jogging. That's how I know it's cover 2. Or at least he thought it was cover 2. So maybe that corner was thinking it was cover 2 and everyone else was playing cover 3 because this safety is not even close to being in position. He's looking around like, hey, what's going on? You were supposed to be there and I was supposed to be here. But really, the corner just turned the guy loose and let him go. Playing cover 2 while the guys behind him were playing a different coverage. They do that all the time in the NFL. But shit like that does not happen in real life. In real life, everyone's echoing the coverage. Everyone knows what coverage you're in. It's not like it just doesn't happen in real life. In real football, on defense, the defenders, everyone always knows the coverage because you're always yelling it. Everyone's always shouting, "Oh, we're in cover 3, 3, 3, 3," or whatever you call it. Say it's blue. Everyone's yelling blue, 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 blue. So everyone knows what they're in. So I don't want to hear, "Oh, he didn't know what they were in." This is the NFL. All right, if we do that in semi-pro, you don't think they're doing that here? So when you hear the blown coverage bullshit, that's all bullshit. There's no such thing as a blown coverage. It's just a guy allowing a touchdown. That's all that is. Look at this. That's terrible technique, and this is their best corner. This is not what you're supposed to do. I don't know what the hell he's doing there. He turns his hips, opens up, and lets him outside. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to be on his right side of his shoulder, or his body, I should say. So 44 should be on this side of him, pushing him inside. Instead, he does the opposite. Essentially, guys, he's helping him. He's actually pushing his back and giving him momentum and helping him up the sideline faster. If you really look at it, look at his arms. Yeah, he just pushed him and helped him upfield. Now he's jogging. Now he's putting his hands up like, what's going on? I thought we were in something else. No, bro. Y'all did that on purpose. And that's the acting of the play. You're going to pretend that, oh, we blew the coverage. Oh, we don't know what's going on. It's not like we've been playing this game for 20 years. It's just so dumb, man. It's just sad to the fans that think that shit's real. Oh, it's a blown coverage. Like, shut up, man. If I hear someone say that again, bro, there's no such thing as a blown coverage. I mean, you can say, yeah, it was blown, but it was blown on purpose. It's not blown by accident. You know, it was blown because they wanted it to happen. That's what y'all need to understand. Honestly, I'm just trying to get to the end of the game with that, because we know they're only going to get a field goal. So let's get right to that play, because we've been on here for a while. I kind of want to make these videos around a half hour, give or take. And plus, we got the game tonight. I'll break that down tomorrow at some point, and then we'll do the weekly breakdown of all the, big plays on Monday or Tuesday. It just depends. Or possibly Wednesday. It just really depends on when I have the time. Alright, so here we go. Let's see here. False start. They didn't call it on the right tackle. Chips him. Dips him. Jogging. No one's really rushing. Look at them. They're all standing around just playing patty cake. This is actually a touchdown if he threw this properly. If he threw a... That's how you know they're not trying to win the game, guys. If they were really trying to win here, Lamar would have thrown a laser, not a floating pass in the back of the end zone out of that bounds. He would have thrown a laser, like, in a spot where he can get to it. Like, let's not forget, Lamar is accurate too. He's worked on his game, so he can put the ball where he wants it. So he put that there on purpose. So right there, I knew, yeah, they're not trying to win. He could have got that pass in there. And then right here, this is the one to Zay. Like, what? So you just sail this over his head? Like, it wasn't even throwing this hard. This is a throw I can make. I know for a fact. This is a 25-yard throw. If you add the yards, let's see. He throws it from here. So what? 10. Well, hold on. 5, 10, 15, 20-yard pass at most and sails it over his head. Nah, guys. If you think that was a legitimate throw and he didn't misshoot him on purpose, you need to get your head checked. And then one more play after this, right? Now he's just trying to buy time. Yeah, this was just completely, yeah, I mean, they were never going to score. I mean, they were never going to win, I should say. Even if they scored there, something would have happened. They would have went for 2 and not got it. Or they would have just lost in overtime, guys. Like I said, there was just too much money on Baltimore covering the spread. So I knew, even when I saw this catch happen, I was like, yeah, they're going to say something. Even though it looked like a catch in real time, I knew they were going to say, like, the ball wasn't still or he was out of bounds. And they ended up being out of bounds, guys. And they waited till the very last play of the game. They're like, we're going to make this game take to the last play. And that's what they did, guys. That's what the NFL does every time. They steal your hearts. They steal your money. And they steal your time. And now it's up to you if you're going to let them steal your emotions, too. See? This is what they do. How many hundreds of times do you think they practiced that, guys? I'd say they probably practiced this play 350 times, probably. Likely jumps up. I mean, it's not hard to put your foot on the line. Like, these guys are, like, trained. They know where the lines are. Like, they don't even have to look down. They know where they are on the field. It's not hard to catch the ball and put your foot on the line. Even if it was a little further off or not, he was always going to make sure his foot hit the line. Like, he just always would be trained to do that. People are like, oh, so you think he put his foot on the line on purpose? Yeah, it's not hard for these pros. Considering this is their job and they do this on purpose, yeah, they do this for a living. They know what they're doing. 100% he knew where his feet was. Like, why? Like, let's watch it land. Why is he not pulling that foot back? He had all that time. Think about it, guys. Think about right now. His foot's in the air right now. We're in slow motion, so watch this again. He has all this time right now to pull his foot back, and he just always kept it down or coming down straight at the line. See, it's coming down right now. Why didn't he pull his foot back? This foot's back. Why didn't he pull that one back? He could have easily pulled it back and just fall on your face while holding the ball. All for suspense, guys. This was always made up, always going to happen. They practice this stuff. Stop falling for this. Stay tuned for the next breakdown, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.